I'm not a huge fan of Jet Li, not because I don't like him, but I just haven't seen a lot of his movies. But this is one of his better films that I have seen. Fearless stars Jet Li as Huo Yuanjia. Okay, hold on. Fearless stars Jet Li as Huo Yuanjia, a prideful wushu master born in the later 1800s who wants everyone in the land to know that he is the greatest martial artist alive. When a tragedy befalls him and his family, he realizes that winning isn't everything and he seeks to live a more fulfilled life. Eventually, he sets up the Qinwu Athletic Association in Shanghai, and he accepts various challenges to duel foreign fighters and show the world that the Chinese people can handle their own. Even though the movie is based on a real person, it isn't the most historically accurate movie in the world. This is more like the legend of Huo Yuanjia. It's more of a historical fiction rather than a biopic. This would be the equivalent of making a movie about the legends of Davy Crockett. I see Davy Crockett kill a grizzly bear with nothing but a toothpick and a jar of sourdough yeast. I enjoyed this movie very much. The reason it's one of the better Jet Li movies is because Jet Li actually does some acting. In some of his other movies I have seen, he plays a very stoic character with one facial expression, and if he ever cracks a joke, it's really awkward. In Fearless, he has a personality. He gets angry, he smiles, he acts goofy while playing with his daughter, he gets drunk with his disciples. I also liked it because they portray Huo as a flawed character. In some of these kung fu movies, the titular character is a mostly flawless master who has something to teach everyone else but doesn't learn much himself. Or herself. In Fearless, Jet Li is overconfident, is loose with his money, neglects his family, and loses his temper. And we get to see him grow as a human being into the legendary master people revere today. It's a beautiful looking film. The set design is very ornate and the costumes are colorful and detailed. We get some cool shots of the Chinese landscape and rice farms. It's also fascinating to watch China change over time from what you would imagine traditional Chinese life was back then, to becoming more westernized, with Christian missionaries preaching in the streets and Chinese people wearing suits and European dresses rather than their traditional garb. The kung fu is pretty good too, if you go into this realizing it is more of a fantastical, mythical retelling of the life of this historical figure. There are a lot of wire supports used in the fight scenes, which always bugs me, but it's bearable in this one. The weapons martial arts scenes are particularly entertaining. There's a scene where he fights a Japanese guy who has a sword, and Jet Li is using one of those 3-section staff weapons, and it's just awesome. It does suffer from some narrative issues. Jet Li travels for a bit, and there's a time jump, and it isn't clear where he has traveled to, how long he has traveled, or how long he has stayed at any given location. For example, he knows a mother in his hometown who has a young daughter, and Jet Li leaves for what they say is several years, but then he comes back to his hometown, and the young daughter still looks roughly the same age. He's also famous for starting the martial arts school, but that just seems like a footnote in the overall narrative. Fearless is entertaining. I would watch it again, and you don't have to be a hardcore martial arts film enthusiast to enjoy it. Today's movie quote is, "Beat that, you little trout sniffer."